There's a moment in sport that most people never get to. Not because they aren't talented, not because they aren't capable, but because they leave before it shows up. That moment comes after the novelty is gone, after the first excitement fades, after the first time you give everything you have and it still isn't enough. That's where sport actually begins. Not when you sign up, not when you buy the equipment, not when someone tells you that you're good. Sport begins the first time quitting makes more sense than staying, and you stay anyway. That's the choice. And it's a strange one if you really think about it. I mean, no one is forcing you, no one is threatening you if you walk away. And in most cases, no one even notices if you do. And yet, people keep showing up. They keep choosing something that hurts, something that demands, something that takes far more than it gives, at least at first. And that's the part I want to talk about because sport is not about winning and it's not about medals and it's not about motivation, but sport is voluntary suffering. That word makes people uncomfortable. We don't like to frame things that way, but it's the truth. Sport asks you willingly enter discomfort repeatedly with no guarantee of reward. You choose early mornings when no one's watching. You choose missed lifts that stay in your head longer than the PRs ever did. You choose to feel small in front of something heavy, and no one owes you anything for it. That's important because there's a difference between suffering that's imposed on you and suffering that you choose. Imposed suffering breaks people. Chosen suffering shapes them. And sport is one of the few places in modern life where you get to make that choice, especially in Olympic weightlifting. There's nowhere to hide there. The bar doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care how hard your week was. It doesn't care how much effort you put in. It either moves or it doesn't. You can't negotiate with it. You can't outwork physics. You can't talk your way around a miss. You step up, you pull, and the truth shows itself immediately. That honesty is brutal. And it's also rare. Most of life gives us buffers, excuses, delays. Weightlifting doesn't, which is why people don't quit weightlifting because it's too hard. They quit because it's too honest. Because honesty forces a decision. You can either take responsibility for what's in front of you or you can leave. And leaving is always easier in the short term. That's the part no one likes to admit. Quitting usually improves your life immediately. Less stress, more free time, less discomfort, at least on the surface. So when someone stays, when they keep coming back to the bar, it's worth asking why. Because they aren't doing it for fun anymore. They're doing it because something deeper is happening. Sport at its core strips away illusions. It removes the idea that effort automatically leads to success. It removes the belief that you're entitled to progress. It removes the fantasy that consistency guarantees reward. And that's unsettling. But it's also grounding because once those illusions are gone, you're left with something more durable. You learn how to show up without applause. You learn how to commit without certainty. You learn how to give effort without knowing if it will pay off. It's not motivation, that's character. And character is built through choice, not inspiration. Every meaningful training cycle contains moments where you'd rather be anywhere else. Moments where the bar feels heavier than it should. Moments where progress feels backwards. Moments where you question whether any of this matters. Those moments are not failures of the process, but they are the process. Sport isn't designed to make you comfortable. It's designed to confront you with your patience, with your ego, with your limits. And when you choose to stay in those moments, not dramatically, not heroically, just quietly, that's when something shifts. You stop training to prove something. You stop needing validation. You stop asking the bar to be kind to you. You accept the terms. And the terms are simple. You show up, you do the work, and you accept the outcome. That's it. No guarantees, no shortcuts, no protection from disappointment. That's why sport changes people. Not because it makes them stronger, but because it teaches them how to live inside effort without needing reassurance. Most people don't want that lesson. They want results without uncertainty, progress without discomfort, confidence without vulnerability. But sport refuses all of that. And that refusal is the gift. Because once you've chosen hard voluntarily, once you've stayed when leaving was easier, you carry that knowledge with you. You know you can endure, you know you can commit, you know you can sit with discomfort without falling apart. And that's not something you can fake, it's not something you can buy, but it's earned quietly, repeatedly, often without witnesses. And it all starts with the choice, not the choice to win, not the choice to be great, the choice to come back when no one would blame you for walking away. That's where sport really begins. In the next episode, we're going to talk about something that makes people deeply uncomfortable: the lie of progress. Because once you've made that choice to stay, you run headfirst into a very hard truth. Effort does not guarantee results. And learning to live with that might be one of the most important lessons sport ever teaches.